Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Formula 1 season. My name is Chris, otherwise known as CFRacing, and today I'm going to be doing the preview and predictions for the 2024 Australian Grand Prix. This is a new series on the channel. I'm going to try and do it every single pre-race, probably Thursday, because that's the best time for me to edit videos, where I'm going to go through the track characteristics, maybe give you guys a little bit of a weather report for the weekend, and then do a F1 manager simulation of the entire weekend, giving you practice 1, practice 2, practice 3, the qualifying results, and I'm going to give you guys the race simulation, along with notable things that happened in this Grand Prix. It's going to be very exciting, and on top of that, I'm going to be giving you my predictions for who I think is actually going to win the race. Obviously the simulation can try to predict it, but I can probably predict different things that the simulation isn't going to predict. But with that being said, let's head into practice 1 right now. So right now I pulled up the F1 manager database at the moment with post-testing. Right now we got the post-testing pecking order right now for Formula 1. As you can see, McLaren has the best car on the grid. I will be doing upgrades to this before every single race, because we know teams bring upgrades almost every single time, with Ferrari in second and Red Bull is in third. I'm going to try and keep this as realistic to real life as possible. Mercedes is 4th with Alpine 5th. Williams 6th, Aston Martin 7th, VCarb 8th. Haas is already in 9th. There was a couple upgrades after Australia there. And then Sauber is the worst car heading into Australia. In practice 1, Charles Leclerc was actually the fastest. A little bit interesting there. He did a 1:18.78 on the medium tires. That is a very interesting lap time on mediums, with Verstappen about 2/10 behind him there. The McLarens, they practiced a lot of long run pace, and they did a decent little soft tire run at the end, with Piastri in 5th. Norris was not in the top 10. As you can see, Norris was in 11th with his soft tires. They clearly did high fuel runs, and I don't know why Aston Martin did this, but they added Felipe Drugovich to the car this week, and he was just doing a bunch of long runs on the hards. Same with Yuki Tsunoda. He was also doing a bunch of long runs on the hards. Pretty good lap there. He's faster than a lot of the guys on softs when he was on hard tires. But right now, like I said, Charles Leclerc is fastest in Q1. Practice 2, here we go. Lando Norris now did a 1:17.6, and before, like I said, Charles Leclerc did a 1:18.7. So much faster lap time. This is more representative of qualifying. So Lando Norris now picking up the pace. He was 4/10 basically faster than George Russell, who was 2nd, and Charles Leclerc 3rd. Any other notables? Gasly on the hards was pretty quick. He was 1.2 seconds behind Norris. He basically matched Charles Leclerc's Q1 time. Hulkenberg was quick. Hadjar was in the top 10, and Behrman rounded out your top 10. Antonelli, he was pretty slow. He was 2.2 seconds behind here in practice 2. But other than that, everyone else just did a little bit of quali sims at the end. Aston Martin's not looking very good. Williams, I thought they'd be quicker, but who knows? It could be all fuel. And heading into practice 3, Lewis Hamilton was the fastest, but Norris did set the fastest time overall, like I said in Q2 or in practice 2, as that is the most representative session to qualifying. Liam Lawson actually was faster than Verstappen, and Verstappen was 3rd. Charles Leclerc put a blistering lap time on the mediums, 1:18.5. I believe that is the fastest medium tire lap we've seen. Yes, it is. So that is a good, looking good there for Ferrari, and looking good there for Hamilton as well. He's looking really quick. Not really any other notables. Antonelli was faster than Russell this session, so good job for Kimi. Ocon was in dead last. Nobody else ran hards this session. It was really all just soft and medium long running. So now let's take a look at qualifying, and I'm going to be giving you guys a lap preview here with Jack Doohan, the home hero. Here we go. We got Jack Doohan currently on a lap here, as we got the F1 manager POV going on over here. There we go. Jack Doohan is heading into turn 1, looking pretty quick there as he gets held up by, who is that? That was a Mercedes driver, I believe. That is George Russell. Might have been, no, it's definitely George Russell, not Kimi Antonelli, as Russell now is heading down into turn 3. Want to take a little bit of curb there, hit the outside apex, and he's going to hit the inside apex there for turn 4. Now he's going to head to the slight right-hander of turn 5. Easy flat in these cars as he is now heading up into turn 6, which is reprofiled this year, so hopefully some cars don't absolutely demolish themselves, just like Albon and Russell did a couple years back. Now we are heading down the long run turn 8 right here, which is going to head into the fastest corners on the track. I believe this is turn 9 and turn 10 DRS zone here in real life. We probably want to take this in 3rd gear, and then turn 10 you want to take into 5th gear. A little bit interesting there. Then we head into the last DRS zone on the track, heading into the biggest braking zone besides turn 1 here. This is the hairpin Turn 13 over there. Then we got turn 14 and 15 coming right up over here. Here is turn number 14. Then we hit the apex, heading into turn 15. And then we got turn 16, the final corner. Take a little bit of curb, don't spin the car. And that is a lap right now of Australia. And at the end of qualifying, it's going to be a little bit of an interesting one, as Hulkenberg was P20. Quite interesting there, with Jack Doohan in 19th, home hero. Ocon was 18th and Hadjar in 17th. Barron was 16th with Stroll 15th. Bortoleto was 14th. Sainz was 13th. Alonso was 12th. And Pierre Gasly was the last driver not to make the top 10. He was in 11th. In 10th, we have Williams driver Alexander Albon coming in P10. Great qualifying for him, with Russell in 9th and Oscar Piastri, home hero, in 8th. Shocking pace there for the McLaren, as they were clearly the fastest car. Yuki Tsunoda put up blistering lap time for RB, put them into 7th, with Liam Lawson in 6th in his first ever qualifying for Red Bull. That is very good for Liam Lawson. In 5th, we have Lewis Hamilton in his first qualifying for Ferrari, and his best lap time was actually in Q2. Hamilton did actually top Q2. I thought he was probably going to go for pole here, but he set a lap time about 4/10 slower. But Hamilton actually, I believe he set the fastest lap time all qualifying session. His Q2 lap would have put him on pole, but he didn't get it. He didn't do that in Q3. In P4, we have Lando Norris to end the shocking qualifying of McLaren. Third was Andrea Kimi Antonelli in his first ever qualifying session of Formula 1. I don't know how the hell he did that, but unreal job, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Second place is Charles Leclerc, did a 1:15.75 for P2, and I guess it comes to no surprise, Max Verstappen is and Max Verstappen has qualified on pole with a 1:15.7. Pretty solid lap time there for the 4-time world champion, going for his 5th. But now, guys, let's go to the race.
Well, the fans here are all set, every one of them eagerly awaiting the 58 laps of today's race.
Albert Park often seems to set teammate against teammate. From Hill and Villeneuve dueling for the 1996 win, to Bottas beating fellow Mercedes driver and pole sitter Hamilton to the win in 2019.
The Albert Park circuit is bursting with rapid corners and a long straight where drivers can push their speed to the limits. Good attention to medium speed downforce will likely make beating this beast of a track just a little bit easier, so being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway.
To get back from P9 up towards the front, it's going to be a case of executing their strategy well and keeping it clean.
And the time has come. Let's go racing.
So the race started off just normal, nothing really crazy happened, but a little later on, while Andrea Kimi Antonelli was running in 5th place, he did lock up into turn 1, and he actually did put the car into the gravel trap. He did manage to get out of it, but, not a good first impression there for little Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Next up, we have an incident with Gabriel Bortoleto, and I believe this is Lance Stroll, as Bortoleto just ended up spinning in front of Esteban Ocon. A little bit of a strange one there. Then we have Fernando Alonso. He was battling, this is Isaac Hadjar. He locked up quite a lot, took really wide corner, went off the track. He still managed to retain the position ahead of Hadjar, but I think he did have to give that back out. And on the actual final lap of this race, I'm not making this up right now, Lewis Hamilton was battling with Norris and Charles Leclerc for the win, but Hamilton made contact with Norris, and that ended up him retiring from this race. So that sucks for Lewis. But at the end of all of that, guys, this race did end under yellow. As you can see on the screen right now, Hamilton is dropping back on the final lap. Quite interesting stuff there. You don't see that a lot in the F1 game, but we do have a battle with Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris. It is still green for them, so they're racing as hard as they can. There's just yellow flags in that sector 1 there. So it's a battle between Leclerc and Norris, as Norris trying to send the dive bomb, as Leclerc shuts the door actually in the final lap here. So I'm commentating on this as live as I possibly can get here. There goes Charles Leclerc. He's rounding the final couple corners. Looks like Charles Leclerc is actually going to pull the upset right now. No rain actually fell, unlike it's probably going to do in real life. But Charles Leclerc is going to be your race winner here round 1 in Australia to pull the upset on McLaren. But McLaren had a pretty solid race today. As you can see, Charles Leclerc wins the race. And they called the VSC right at the end there, which is a little bit strange. So like I said before, here is your race results. Charles Leclerc is your winner here in round 1 in Australia. Obviously, in real life, it could be a little bit different if it does rain. And Lando Norris is second with Max Verstappen in third. Piastri's fourth, followed by Liam Lawson in fifth. George Russell in sixth. Antonelli dropped down to P7. Like I said, that lockup earlier on did not help him out. Gasly was eighth with Albon in ninth, and Nico Hulkenberg in P10. Actually scoring a point for Sauber. That is very interesting. Yuki Tsunoda was 11th with Carlos Sainz in 12th. Alonso was 13th with Esteban Ocon in 14th. Hamilton, like I said, DNF'd on the last lap. He was 15th, and everyone else was obviously a lap down. Then we got Lance Stroll 16th, Doohan 17th, Bortoletto 18th, Bammer 19th, and Isaac Hadjar rounded out your top 20. So guys, now I'm going to give you my top 3 predictions for this race and a pole position. So for pole position, I think it's going to be dry on Saturday. I'm going to give that pole position to Lando Norris. With Charles Leclerc in second, and I'm going to go Oscar Piastri in third. But the race, apparently it's supposed to rain on Sunday here. So my predictions for the top 3, this is going to be a good one. My race winner is going to be Max Verstappen because he's going to win if it rains no matter what's going to happen. In second, I actually have Charles Leclerc if it rains. And in third, I'm going to be putting Lewis Hamilton. Fourth, I'm going to have Lando Norris. And fifth, Oscar Piastri. That is if it rains. If it doesn't rain, I'm having Lando winning, with Charles Leclerc second and Piastri's third. Verstappen's fourth with Hamilton in P5. Let me know what you guys think, though. That's going to wrap it up for this first episode of the preview and prediction series. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.